Carentan. City Hall Marie, tamo je gradska većica Marie. This is a Republic Square in Carentan. Ovo je trg Republike u Carentanu. Ovdje su se dešavala neka vrlo važna zbivanja za vrijeme Drugog svjetskog rata. Evo, ovo su čuvene zgrade.
Salue la présence de son frère l'honneur, le maire de Carentan, qui est présent avec nous également et qui va nous dire quelques mots en vous.
Nonprofit World War II Foundation, and our foundation is around to honor the veterans of World War II by producing documentary films on personal stories of the World War II generation in both Europe and the Pacific, and then we donate those films to PBS, so the younger generation understands the sacrifice and courage of that generation. So without further ado, I would like to introduce tonight's guests at this time. And the first, he played Don Hubler in Band of Brothers, and we all know what happened with Don in the Bastogne episode, but the actor who portrayed him did a wonderful job, and his name is Peter McCabe. Peter, please come on out. Was a replacement who came in for Market Garden, and he's played by the talented actor Mark Huberman. Mark? Another replacement, and someone who has supported our foundation a lot over the past several years, is Doug Spain. And Doug, of course, played Tony Garcia. Doug? At some point tonight, Doug may want to take a selfie with all of you in the background. So just accommodate him when he takes his camera out. You got your camera with you? Is it with you? Okay, any point you want to take that selfie, we can get the crowd and they can all smile like we're at a rock concert or something like that. It's got to be a surprise. Everyone has to look surprised. Phil Barantini is a good friend of the World War II Foundation as well, and he played Wayne Skinny Sisk. Phil? Did a great job playing Popeye Wynn in Band of Brothers, and for those of you who attended the events last night, he's also a very talented musician. So we welcome Nick Aaron, Popeye Wynn. Someone joining us for the first time is Tim Matthews, and Tim played Alex Pincala. Tim. Bart Raspoli played Ed Tipper, and Ed had a central part in the episode in Carentan and was wounded severely, and Bart did an excellent What we're going to do is we're going to do a few questions with the actors, and then we're going to open it up to you in the audience to go ahead and ask your questions, because I know a lot of you have questions about Band of Brothers and The Great Escape. So we're going to begin with a couple of easy questions, and the first one I want to begin with is for Dale. And hi, Dale. Hi, how are you? That mic is on. It is on. Hey, you know, one of the interesting things you did for these guys in Band of Brothers is to put them through a boot camp. Could you talk a little bit about what that was like? And Eric will translate into French, and then you'll answer, and then Eric will translate again. So.
Sure.
Hold on, Dale, 1 second. Eric's going to speak French first.
I've got to do the French bit.
Yeah.
Alors la question pour Dale, ce sera, vous avez travaillé beaucoup avec ces jeunes hommes, alors vous les avez mis dans un bootcamp. Pouvez-vous nous expliquer un petit peu l'expérience que vous avez eue avec eux, Monsieur Dale?
Well, we had a mixed bag of very, very good young actors. Some British, some American, and we knew that in order to properly convey or portray American paratroops of Easy Company, first of the 506, second of the 506, 82nd Airborne Division, 101st Airborne Division, that we would need. I'm doing a new movie and it's all about the 82nd, but
very confusing.
We knew that just talking to them, just lecturing them, just demonstrating for them how things were done, how the soldiers lived, how they carried their weapons, how they wore their clothing, would be insufficient, because it was 1944. It was a long time ago. People thought differently. People related to each other differently. The weapons were completely different than anything you'd seen on the last bad war movie you saw on television. And so we decided that the way to accomplish this was to put them full immersion For 2 weeks, they would live every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 2 weeks, in the life and the relationship of World War II paratroopers. And so we rented essentially a camp at Longmoor, which is in UK, very near Aldershot, the home of the British Army. And we immersed them. We began with, well, let me see if I can explain it to you. Actors come to you generally with a lot of preconceptions. That's their nature, because they're little mimics. So the first thing we had to do was get all the crapola out of their head. And I have a very, very special way of doing that. I just wear their ass out. And that's what I did. Every morning we began with physical training, long runs, calisthenics, until they were so tired that all they really wanted to do was find a way to stay away from that old white-haired bastard. And then they become like dry sponges. You can teach. You can tell them to open their minds, open their hearts, open their emotions, and listen to these things and see how people react to each other. And when that happens, that sponge begins to get wet and begins to swell up, and they become the characters that they're trying.
Famous building in Carentan. Call of Duty gamers will recognize it. Evo vam fanovi Call of Duty igrice i istorije, ovo je ta zgrada. A ovdje ste se spavnovali u igri. Ovo je put. A ovo je put odakle su zaista dolazili pravi vojnici i osvajali ovu zgradu. Tu je bilo mitralješko gnezdo. Evo ti nešto. To je sad kao neki kiosk, mala prodavnica. Trg Republike na 100 metara, Public Square, Republic, and this is the church. Evo je poznata crkva u Carentanu. Još uvijek mogu da se vide rupe od metaka iz Drugog svjetskog rata. Ovo je trg Republike u Carentanu. Republic Square. And these are the famous arches. Ovo je zgrada još uvijek stoji iz Drugog svjetskog rata. Ovdje su se odvijale važne borbe. Ovdje je sad pizzerija i idem na ručak. Richard Winters monument. Spomenik Richard Wintersu. Utah Beach is close by. Over there. Plaža Utah je tamo. Tamo su se iskrcavali. Sad ću tamo. Utah Beach. First landing happened here.
Oh, that's some. Watch it. Come, just find that. Look at me.
Here's Del daje. Evo ga, onaj matari glumac sam pije.
But if we have no time, we have something. Yes, that's what I said too.
So Damien Lewis was a few years ago around here. You don't know? I went to see his monument, Richard Winter's monument.
I did as well.
Yeah.
From what I can tell, not right now. It's on the SD, but out, and if you need to,
And here's Dale.
Good morning. So I'm going to get a heart.
Hello, sir. Please sign. I'm great. Hello, sir. We meet again. Can you please sign this?
How are you?
Great. Okay. Okay, you already done.
I'm behind the times as usual.
Yeah,
What do we have
okay.
here? A T-shirt? And generally I do this when
Okay,
you're
thanks,
wearing
sir.
it.
Thank you.
Hello. How are you?
grad. Ovo je čuvena crkva na kojoj se zaglavio padobranac 45. četvrte koji je ubijen. Mislim da je tamo gradska kuća, većnica. City Hall, I think. Ovo je gradska kuća, mislim. Većinica, ovo je vjerojatno autobus sa turistima. Probably Americans, to vjerovatno Amerikanci, turisti. Excuse me? Excuse-moi.
Is it? Is it more important than this? Can you see all the tools? It's very muddy, yes, isn't it?
excuse me, sir. Are you waiting here?
No.
Here? Okay.
No, I'm
Okay.
bord.
This is my place. was it inside? Was it... Watch your feet. And head. This is the view.
That's a new line.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
When I originally lived there, it wasn't there.
The one you see on the
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess it's burned.
Or possibly there was a fire in here, like they.
Or did they burn it before
Yeah.
so it wouldn't
Yeah.
catch fire?
No, that's not how
Woodworks?
it works.
Okay.
No, I would assume there were probably some grenades thrown in here. But it looks like it's all burned.
Pointe du Hoc cliff. We are here somewhere.
I explain the organization of the site.
Where are we now?
On top of that bunker right here.
Okay, okay.
So this is a map of the site. So you have mines and barbed wire a bit further south. Then you have 6 open pits placed in the shape of a V-shape, V formation. So open pit number 5 is the one in front of the bunker there. Number 4 is the one right here. Then you have 3 or 2. Then you have the bunker there with the platform. It's a bunker on top of which the gems have an anti-aircraft gun. And the same thing over there. And there was a third anti-aircraft gun where the gun is on display, the one we saw. So anti-aircraft gun at each end of the battery in case of a bomber attack, you can shoot down these planes. And finally you have the observation bunker here. So the mission is simple for the Rangers. So first the commander is that man. Anyone knows who he is?
Rudder?
Yeah, Lieutenant Colonel Rudder. James Rudder, who used to be the football coach before the war of the University of Texas A&M. His real specialty before the war is football, American football, not the real one, just to be clear. And that's him as they're training with these Rangers. The way to recognize Rangers is that they have a diamond at the back of the helmet, a yellow diamond. That's the symbol of the Rangers. And number 2 stands for 2nd Ranger Battalion. I explain that because that's the unit played in Saving Private Ryan. The men have this yellow diamond and this number 2 because they're supposed to be some of these rangers landing on Omaha Beach near the Gabriel Draw, and that's the ones they're supposed to play. But the vast majority are here, 225, and they have to land with landing crafts. So there's going to be a Navy bombardment in just 6:30, just to soften the German defenses and make it easier to climb. At 6:30 this Navy bombardment stops. And that's right at the moment where the men are supposed to come ashore with their 10 landing craft and start scaling. So the Navy bombardment is supposed to help them avoid having the Germans shooting at them and to disorganize the Germans before they land. Then they scale. They have 40 minutes to secure the site. They must be on top and have secured the whole site by 7:10. Then at 7:10, rudder is going to send a message. The message, it's cut in message, it's praise the Lord. It means they have secured the site, and then he's going to receive a reinforcements of 600 rangers. They're going to help him expand the secured perimeter. Because that's not the only mission. They have to secure the site, and then the 600 rangers will help them secure this whole area all the way to this road. This road is very important. It's the coastal road that goes to Omaha Beach, which is 5 miles east. So by securing this road, we will protect the west flank of Omaha Beach and would prevent any counterattack coming from the west toward the Virginia National Guard. Then the Virginia National Guard is going to come to link up with them, and all together they're going to keep moving west to Carentan, where they have to link up with the paratroopers, like Easy Company. So that's easy, what I said. It sounded easy. It wasn't. It wasn't first because of these bad weather that got the coxswains steering the landing craft confused. I don't know if you see over there, there's another cliff, and you have another one over there. They all kind of look similar on the coast, and the coxswain headed to the wrong cliffs. They headed to a cliff which is 2 or 3 miles to the east. And at around 7 AM, Rudder noticed that they were getting close to the wrong cliffs. And he asked these coxswains to turn around and come back here as quickly as possible. But there's first 2 problems that came from that. First, the Navy bombardment stopped at 6:30, 30 minutes ago. So the Germans, they had time to organize their troops, and they know something is coming. So they have set up machine guns on the edge of the cliffs to get ready for any invasion or anything. Second thing is at 7:10 he's supposed to send a message, praise the Lord. Well, at 7:10 they were still not yet at Pointe du Hoc, so they never got their radio message. They waited, but since they didn't get any message, they thought, well, probably the mission had failed. And so they had the plan B. The 600 rangers, they would not come here, they would be sent to Omaha Beach, and that's where they're staying. Remember the 600 guys that were up here? A lot of them are rangers. So for him, no reinforcements. He's left with 225 guys, and then the Germans are shooting at him coming from east with the landing craft with their machine guns. So they get a lot of German fire. They actually lost more landing crafts on their way to here. But eventually they landed at around 7:30 at the bottom of the cliffs, and they started to scale from this observation bunker to the anti-aircraft gun over there. So how did they scale? You know?
Here with ropes, right?
They had different tools. Yeah. They had rocket propelled grappling hooks with a rope attached to it. To shoot the rocket, the hook then gets stuck on top, and then you can start using the ropes to climb. But driving full speed back, the ropes got completely wet with the waves, drizzle, and once they say shoot the rockets, only 11 hooks out of 40 get to the top. And as they start scaling, the Germans also start cutting the ropes.
Yeah.
They also have these ladders. So what do they look like? Fire truck ladders, right? They are fire truck ladders. They had the idea before D-Day of using fire truck sliders. The way they use them is, this vehicle is called a duck, DUKW. It's an amphibious vehicle. The Rangers went to the fire brigade of water and borrowed 6 sliders from them, and then fitted them on D-Day. Was trying to help the Rangers and the Germans. The ship is for USS Texas. It's the biggest ship you can find for this invasion. Of course, yeah, everything. It's actually a ship that is still visible. It's in Texas now. The guns you would find on the deck of that ship, it's 14-inch guns, so that would be 2.5 times the size of the guns we saw earlier this morning. Huge guns firing huge shells, and that's one of these shells that big old established. The bunker is still standing to show you how sturdy they are. And the reason why they're so sturdy partly it's the fact that it's not only concrete but it's reinforced concrete. You have the steel V-bars inside. And also here, some over there. See, there's like a round pool. It's made by US tank on the 8th of June. Fired. That were firing at the jams as well during the tank counterattack, and the tank round is still stuck inside the bunker. The armor piercing round. See the rusty metal of the tank round. So the men here were only adjusting the guns and shooting. Then for aiming, they had an observation bunker that was built right on the edge of the cliff, where you would find officers with different instruments that could calculate the coordinates and the distance for the gunners here. And then they would communicate back and forth with an underground telephone line.
Cool.
Whether it's the Allies or the Germans, they mainly communicate with telephone lines, because radio technology as we have now wasn't as good at that time. So with radio, the distance you can communicate is very short, and very often the frequency jams. It's like static interference, and so it's not very good. So the first bunker is kind of damaged, and the rusty part you see over there, that's the remains of the German gun. What happened is the British, coming from Gold, the British Army, captured this battery on the morning of the 7th. And just behind the parking lot, there's a large flat field that they used for their fighters. They built, the British Army built an airstrip there. Then to protect this airstrip, they decided to put what's called a flak gun, an anti-aircraft gun on top of this bunker. And then the British stored their shells inside the bunker where the German gun still was. But a few days later there was an accident and all the British ammunition exploded. And that's what destroyed the German gun, and you'll see as well that the back of the bunker is completely blown up. And if you see that on the left side of the roof there's actually a crack, so probably the roof was lifted up when the explosion happened and then dropped back down.
Wow.
See, there's a piece of the barrel here. Another one there.
Yeah.
And well, the remains of the German gun.
Wow.
You see the big piece of concrete at the back, it was probably a big explosion. I'll explain to you a little bit about what's going on here and why did they decide to come to Normandy. So this is where we are in Europe. We are 90 miles away from England. So shortest distance, Calais, it's here between Calais and Dover, there are 22 miles. So that's the extent of the Atlantic Pole, by the way. Over here, that's where all the bunkers have been built. So you can still see them all along there. If you go to northern Norway, you'll see also German defenses. Not as many as here, but you still see some. And you see that's where the Germans are fighting. That's the two fronts where they're already fighting on D-Day, here and there. So I told you Churchill convinced Roosevelt not to invade Europe in 1942. So invading North Africa, because North Africa is the French colonies and the Germans have very few troops there. They have some troops in North Africa, but they are in Libya currently. It's an expeditionary force called the Afrika Corps, led by General Rommel, which is currently fighting the British at in Egypt, close to the Egypt and Libyan border. The British are in Egypt, so they invade to the shield, then broke the mechanism, and it made the ricochet here, then here, and then he went through the shield right there. Just a lucky shot from that distance. So the way it works is, well, first you spot a ship, and you would find that two men, one sitting here, he has a seat, and one sitting there on the other side. So there's a crew of 7 to 8 Germans inside. First thing is you have 4 wheels. You had one here and one there. Same thing on the other side. So this is what is called the elevation control. That's how you lift the gun up and down. And here was the transverse control. That's how you move the gun left and right. And first, if you spot a ship, the guy sitting here is going to turn these 2 wheels to aim in the general direction of the ship.
So this is just like it's like a closet.
Any ammunition left?
I don't want to separate here.
Yeah. Let's go on the other side.
So it's like a closet back there.
Somebody's bedroom?
Yeah, someone's bedroom.
Yeah.
That's where they
Oh,
have
God.
their uniforms.
I did.
So explain that's a bomb shelter here.
Yeah. Same with back here? Or what's is this the ammunition?
That's ammunition, yeah. Ammunition bunker over there.
Okay.
And for you who are wearing shorts, be careful. There's some find that things or something. So stinging nettle.
Stinging nettles.
Stinging nettle. Found the flag in the kitchen, which is the room right here. It was hanging on the wall of the kitchen. And the flag now is in that museum in Fort Cable, Kentucky. He kept it actually for 40 years after the one, before eventually giving it to the museum. And little by little, there were all the troops that, well, another interesting story I can tell you of that guy. Look at his helmet. Right, Husto, Korea. He landed in drainage ditch in the Florida area and was underwater initially, and just his helmet was above the water surface. And someone shot him in the head. And the bullet went right through the helmet. But inside the helmet you have this leather layer I was talking about. The bullet made a ricochet on it, leaving him just with a scratch on his head. The luckiest man on earth.
Yeah.
And, he actually refused to change his helmet afterward. That's the helmet he kept for the rest of the war.
I like your helmet.
So probably a lot of people asking why do you have a bullet hole in the middle of your helmet. And some other paratroopers eventually came here, and by the evening there are a lot of almost 100 paratroopers gathered here. It became some kind of information center for Israel paratroopers. If you allow us, you could come here, and the main key had maps and radios and can locate your units so you can make your way back to your unit. And all the pictures were taken later. I will show you that. The different things you're going to see, you have first the statue where the ceremony is currently taking place. The statue represents the spirits of American youth rising from the waves. The soldiers who land on Omaha were on average 24. And behind the statue, if you go downstairs, you see a semicircular wall called the Wall of the Missing. So they are the names of the 1,557 soldiers who went missing in action while listed there, so the ones whose bodies were not recovered. Then over here you have an overlook, where if it's not too foggy you'll see Omaha Beach from the high ground, which kind of from the side.
Thank you for our freedom, sir. And I think the ceremony is already happening. The garden of the missing is over here, I think. Let me check out this map. You know that there's a map here. Yeah. Yes, Utah, Sainte-Mère-Église is here. I was here a few days ago. Have you been to Carentan?
No.
Yes, we'll go there and we'll go to Bayou and Corn. We are here somewhere. Yes, here. Pointe du Hoc. Let's go. Free guided tours at 11 a.m. We're here, right here.
Yeah.
Garden with missing, I guess. Over 9,000 graves here. Almost 10,000.
Almost 10,000.
Yeah.
Days used to compute a day.
There's a map. There's maps also on the other side. On both sides. We are right here. Smo tamo. We'll go to Bayou and Caen. It's to Bayou i Caen. Za par dana. Ovdje je Spielberg snimio par scena za spašavanje rodova Ryana. Na početku i na kraju filma ove scene. Spielberg shot here a few scenes for a Saving Private Ryan. And the Omaha beach is right there. I'm just narrating, you know. I'm recording now. Later on we'll take some pictures. Okay. It would be better with the sun, you know, just a little bit sun.
Sure. Where is the sun? I saw it just in the first day.
Yeah.
First and second.
My first 3 days they were very sunny in Normandy, and now the last 2 days they are gloomy and
it was like yesterday.
Fog.
In the
Yeah.
morning,
Yes.
no rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rain.
I hope we have no rain today. Shut up. So I guess there's some kind of guidance here. Not to walk on the grass. That's the guidance. This is a Normandy American cemetery right next to Omaha Beach, France. we are heading to the chapel. Idemo do kapele.
killed off enemies to let everyone else flees. Leadership, more than so, like you know. Bomber, they'd be good. They'd be good, I remember that. Coming from a raid over me.
Yeah, let's continue downstairs.
Yes.
So the exhibition continue here, I think. Let's go over there, right?
20 kilometers long. Hundreds of thousands of frightened men would face each other between two worlds, freedom and oppression, locked together in conflict. In the early hours of 6 June, as a pathfinder guiding the invasion for him, Gene Sellers left the combat. Norval Carter was 32 years of age. The man had been in a profession that usually employed young men. He'd been a small town family doctor at a beginning.
June 4th, 1944. World War II has been underway for 1,739 days.
Elmer Coleman. Leonard
I think Roosevelt's son is buried here. You know, from president.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Morning.
Morning. Okay. Do we need to push? Yes. They're so heavy. So this is a map.
They're here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're around here somewhere, right? overlooking Omaha Beach here on this side.